Hello, crafters! So today's story focuses on Matthew chapter 2, where the angel told Joseph to flee with Mary and Jesus to Egypt to get away from Herod, who was trying to slaughter all of these innocent babies, which naturally does not really necessarily lend itself to great crafts. But we're focusing on how God guides us and protects us, and how He is our light, and Christ is the light of the world. So we're going to use those themes to make our crafts today. Now, our first craft is going to be a hidden in His heart hope box. Say that 5 times fast. So we're going to make a little creation that reminds us that we are hidden in God, that He keeps us safe and protects us, and also how all of our hopes and dreams need to be focused on Him, need to be put into His trust, because, well, we might have hopes and dreams that don't turn out our way. And that's okay, because God has better ideas for us. So we're going to make sort of a little chest. Now, I happen to have this fun, very small little container here, but maybe you have something different. Maybe you have an old coffee can, or a tissue box, or a box left over from all those Christmas presents because you got lots and lots and lots of boxes. That can happen too. So whatever box, container thing you have will work. Now I'm going to decorate this on the outside and put some special things on the inside as well. On the outside of it, I'm going to start out by putting a nice big heart, because that's part of this theme, is that God loves us and His love is what protects us. So I'm going to cut out a heart, which will kind of sort of fit on here. And then maybe a little bit smaller, just so it's not overwhelming. There we go. And on this heart, all right, hidden in His heart, covered by God's love. Something like that. Of course, make it whatever you would like the caption to be. And then we're going to glue or tape or whatever this to the top of my container. Now, around the rest of the container, you can do all sorts of fun decorations inside and or outside, whatever you'd like to do. I mean, this one kind of looks like it's maybe a little stone wall, but I can cover it with some fun little stickers, or I could throw on some other fun decorations. I had a little jewel here. If you have a little jewel, you could use that. Or I've got these pom-poms. Now, the pom-poms can go inside or outside or on top. Again, this is just kind of your going to town, having fun kind of a thing. Now, on the inside of my box, I'm going to, a couple of things that we can do here. So I can place a tiny, tiny puppet. So I happen to have this little guy here. And as you can see, I sort of started drawing on it. Maybe I want to give it some hair. Maybe I want to give it some more clothes. So this could be me representing how God's love covers me and keeps me safe. And I can put it in there. Now, also inside of here, you can put anything. You could even turn this into a piggy bank or a prayer bank or whatever. But the idea is that this kind of has your goals, hopes, and dreams for the future, which also sort of goes along with New Year's, which it happens to be around New Year's time at the moment. Maybe it will be when you're making this craft, maybe not. But you can put some hopes and ideas and dreams. These could be things immediately upcoming, or it could be things for the far, far future. So maybe you want to put something like, I want to be a teacher. Maybe that's your goal for the future, or maybe it's something like, I want to go to the Olympics. Or maybe it's something simple like, I hope to do my homework. Whatever it is. The idea is that here's your little hope chest, hope box. Is it a box if it's circular? That's a really good question. I don't know. Now I'm very curious about that. But you have your decorative, fun, pretty, exciting, enjoyable, let me just even that out there, box, and then you have your hopes and dreams inside here, which can be looked at later on for review, can be revisited. Again, you can have prayers in here too, but the idea is also that you pray over it and you accept the fact that God has our best interests in mind. He keeps us covered, protected, He is with us and provides for us, and if these dreams are part of His plan, then perhaps they'll come to fruition, but maybe He has other ideas and we trust that to His care. So that is craft number 1. Are hopeful and protected by God's love, putting our dreams in His hands, craft box. And craft number 2 is pretty simple, but the idea here is going to go along with the theme of Jesus being the light of the world. We're going to make a little lantern, a little paper lantern. These are very simple and very fun to make and could be used, again, for multiple occasions. Maybe for Chinese New Year, they're a fun one to explore cultural things, or lots of different ways that we can use a fun Chinese lantern-ish type of a thing. But we're going to start out with a piece of paper, and we're going to decorate it, but we're also going to get this ready to turn into a lantern. So the easiest, best way I have found to do this, there's multiple kinds of ways, but we're going to fold it in half the hot dog way, I suppose. Or is this whatever it is. We're going to fold it in half. Now, you're going to cut slits, but don't cut all the way to the edge. If you need to mark this off with a ruler and you want to be very, very precise and exact about it, you're more than welcome to do it. I have found I usually get pretty successful results just by kind of eyeballing it. So you're going to kind of cut about 1 inch or so wide along here, and then just cut another 1 inch or so from here. So almost to the edge, but not quite, like a piano key. And I'm just going to do that all the way down the paper. And if it's not precise and exact, it's really totally okay. Then going to, once we've got all of our slits cut out more or less, again, don't cut all the way through, leave yourself a little space. You can leave more space at the top and bottom. This is kind of, could turn out different kinds of ways depending on what you want it to look like. So now that we have our paper slits cut, or even before you cut the slits, we can decorate this. So we can put, since it's a lantern, we'll write, Jesus is the light of the world. And you can add some more fun things like God guides my way, because lanterns help to guide the way and light the way too. Now, you can also have some fun with putting on some stickers. If you're feeling adventurous and you want to throw on some glitter, by all means, feel free to do so. I am not always feeling that adventurous. I just happen to have some random little star stickers here, kind of sort of ish. So again, go to town, you can draw pictures on here. And also, again, you can do this before or after you've cut your strips. I think it kind of helps you to know where you're going to cut, but if you want to write first, cut later, it might be easier to write stuff. So totally up to you. Whatever works best. All right, so now let me show you how to put this together and make it into more of a lanternish thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our creation here, now that we've cut the slits, and we have our little bend. You do need that bend. That will help. You'll see in a moment. And we're going to just fold it over like so. And now you kind of want to like squish that bend a little more to emphasize it. And then we can, I highly recommend stapling. I also seem to not have my stapler right next to me, so you can tape it as well, which we're going to do. Or you can glue it, but again, then you have to wait for the glue to dry, and who has time for that? So we're going to tape it or staple it at the ends, now that we've folded it over, and then you can hole punch. So we're going to do a couple of hole punches, and then if you'd like to hang this, because of course it's a lantern, you can hang a lantern. You can do a string, you can do a yarn. I'm going to do a pipe cleaner. You can do whatever you would like to do. Or are these called chenille wires? What do you actually call these? I always thought they were pipe cleaners, but I was talking to someone today who did not know what a pipe cleaner was. I couldn't fathom living without pipe cleaners, but that's just me being the crafty person that I am, I suppose. I don't know. So there you have your light of the world lantern. So we have our paper lantern. Again, very simple, very easy to embellish if you prefer to, or leave it like it is, or add or detract or whatever. We have, and if you wanted to even put some sort of like a mini flashlight in there and get really elaborate, you can make yourself almost a real lantern. But we have our paper lantern. We have our Hidden Hopes Box of Dreams. I'll work on that title. And hopefully those are some fun things that can go along with the themes of this Bible story, which is an important one. Sometimes you have to talk about these scary things too, but look to the hope that we find in them. Yes, someone bad was around in Jesus' times. A lot of bad people, actually. But God is still our hope and our light in all times. So feel free to use, to adapt, to adjust, to change. Enjoy. Go make some crafts. Make some disciples. Come back again, and we will see you next time. Have a great week.